The post office was packed with people when Lev took his place in a long line. A young girl stood in line in front of him, reading a book. She turned a page, and a folded envelope that was enclosed in the book fell down to the floor. Before she could get it, Lev rushed to pick it up and handed it to her. She glanced up, striking him with her green eyes. "Thank you very much." He had a soft oval face and the gentlest of eyes. "You are very welcome." Lev wanted to say something else, but couldn't. She smiled at him. "My name is Lev," he finally said. "And yours? Why do you need my name?" She replied, studying him. He wasn't tall, but taller than her. He was cute, actually too cute for her. "You don't want to know a cripple's name?" She thought with sadness. "I want to know the name of the girl with beautiful green eyes." He surprised himself with the sudden breakthrough. "Ah," she turned away. "So, do you have a name? Or can I call you any name I want?" She smiled at him, but didn't answer. "Okay, then I'll call you Betty." Her cheeks turned pink. "How did you know my name?" "I read it on the envelope that you dropped." "It's nice to meet you, Betty." "It's nice to meet you too, Lev." She definitely liked him, but was a little shy. "Betty, I like your eyes. They shine like a talisman." "Talisman?" She was surprised. "Yeah, my mom and my friends call me Talisman sometimes." "You are sending a letter to Lapel." "Where is it?" "It's near Minsk." "Do you have a boyfriend there?" "No." Now she felt like she was steaming. "Who is Abraham?" "He is my father." "You are asking too many questions. Don't you think?" She laughed again. "I like your laugh." Betty stepped up to the clerk's window, handed him the letter, paid the postage, and headed to the exit. "Talisman, would you please wait for me? I have to go," she said, slowing down. Lev gave up his place in line and rushed after her. "Talisman, please don't run away. What do you want from me?" Betty suddenly got aggravated. "I just want to walk you home, that's all." He was surprised by her sudden mood change. "Why?" "Because I like you." "Why do you like a cripple like me?" "Cripple?" He looked down. "Oh, sorry, I didn't know. Do you need help carrying your bag?" "No, I don't. But your leg hurts." "Let me help you. Please." "It doesn't hurt. It's just the way it is. I have a limp leg." "Oh. So, can I help you carry your bag anyway?" "Do you really want to help me?" she asked with hope. "Sure. So, help me, please. This bag is killing me." He took her bag. "It's heavy. What are you carrying here? Bricks?" "No. Books." "Ah, yes, you like to read, don't you?" "Well, yes. These are textbooks. I have to return them to the library today. If I don't, they won't give me any more books." "So, Lev, what were you doing in the post office?" "Oh, I went to the post office because I heard on the radio this morning that a beautiful girl with green eyes would be there. So I couldn't resist." She giggled. "No. I'm serious. I needed to send a letter to Leningrad to my brother, but you didn't give me a chance. You walked away. I was afraid I'd never see you again." "Really?" Betty asked in surprise. "Yeah. I'm sorry for being mean to you. People usually make fun of me because of my leg." "What is wrong with your leg?" "When I was a child, I had bone tuberculosis. I never played with kids because of it. Usually, I sat at home, watching other kids running around outside. I suffered so much. It was so unfair. There was no cure available. So I decided to become a doctor to learn how to treat it and help other children who might have the same problem. It was very hard to handle when people made fun of me." "Talisman, people are looking in the wrong place," he said, delighted. "I'm happy that I found you." Betty smiled. "Also, I think that not too many people make fun of you, if your nickname is Talisman." "Do they see what I see?" "Well, I can't say that I'm so broken. I have a lot of friends. Sometimes they call me Talisman. They think that they get lucky if I'm with them." Betty laughed. "I don't mind, as long as it makes them happy." Sometimes, they ask me to come with them when they take an exam, believing that my presence would bring them luck. This is good to know. Lev laughed. I always thought that if I study hard, I would be lucky. I guess I don't have to study anymore, because I got you. Betty giggled. They like taking me shopping with them because they believe that with me they are better at bargaining fancy clothes. That's funny. They always take me with them to all the popular shows because they think that I'm an assurance that they will definitely get tickets. Betty giggled again. That's unbelievable. Lev smiled. I guess some of it is true. When I was a girl, my mom took me to a forest to gather wildflowers. We were walking on a path when a peasant woman walked toward us, carrying a basket with strawberries. So, I asked my mom to buy me some. And the woman said, yes, sure. I'm taking these to the town market. So, you are my first customer. It's a ruble 30 for a cup. My mom thought, that's expensive, but she already promised me strawberries. She looked for money in her purse, and, not finding any change, handed 2 rubles to the woman. I don't have change, the lady said. My mom replied, that's all right, keep the change. After a couple of hours, we walked back home with a handful of flowers. The same peasant woman walked back from the town market with an empty basket. She saw us and asked my mom, do you know that your daughter is a very special girl? My mom smiled, looking at her ironically. Then, the woman spoke to me. I want you to know that you are very special. I have been selling strawberries for 40 years. And never in my entire life have I sold this fast and made this much. You were my first customer, and you paid way too much. You brought me luck. You are a precious talisman to have. So, I remember it always, and when people believe that I bring them luck, I go with them. After all, I'm going to be a doctor, and doctors help people with any possible means. They came to the library. We are here, Betty said. I'll wait for you. Lev handed the book bag to her, and she went inside. She came out in 15 minutes, carrying new books in her bag. Lev took her heavy bag. Let me help you, please. Thanks. They walked slowly, wishing that the moment would last forever. I also study, Lev said. That's good, she smiled. What do you study? Well, not now. What do you mean? I always wanted to be a shipbuilding engineer. My family lives in Kharkiv, but the colleges in Kharkiv don't have that course, so I went to Leningrad, where I was admitted into a university. I studied for a year. I was a straight A student, and they gave me a room for my excellence. Oh, that's great. Yes, I have my own room in Leningrad. So, if you come, you'll have a place to stay. Betty blushed. My older brother, David, lives with me. He tried to get into a college in Kharkiv, but was not accepted. So, he tried his luck in Leningrad and was accepted into my university. We studied together for some time. Then, we started to starve because neither of us worked. We just didn't have money for food. It's hard to study on an empty stomach, so we decided that I would work, and David would study, and when he finishes college, he will work and I will study. Also, I make enough money to come back home and help my parents a little. We thought it was a good plan. I think it's a great idea. Betty was delighted. I guess. Only it doesn't go the way we planned. Why not? Because, we have our plan, and God has his plan. Yes, that's what my father always told me. Betty said. David met a girl recently. And now he is talking about marrying her. I was kind of upset at first, but not anymore. Why? Because I met you. They stopped. I live here, Betty said. Thank you for carrying my bag. I can help you in. Lev offered. No, thank you. You can't come in. Sorry. This is not my house. I live with my aunt and uncle. My uncle is very sick. He had a stroke recently. Oh, I understand. Will I see you tomorrow, Talisman? Sure. I don't have too much time. I took a month's vacation to visit my parents. Luckily, today is just the third day of my vacation, and I hope I'll see you every day while I'm here." Betty was delighted. They were in love with each other. They met every day, telling each other about their affections, kissing and wishing they could be together forever, and also sharing stories of their lives.